Right, so we're here today with Neil Clark, the chairman of JOCA.
Hiya.
So, Neil, can you share with us what JOCA stands for and the primary mission of the charity?
So JOCA stands for Just One Click Away. So computer-based support, ideally, but it's evolved over the years into very much a conversation, phone calls and follow-up emails, stuff like that. So JOCA, as you can see behind us, what we're doing is we're trying to tackle mental health, trying to talk about it openly, destigmatize it, and just make sure it's at the forefront of everyone's minds, just to help people out.
So what inspired the creation of JOCA, and how has it sort of evolved since its inception?
Okay, so JOCA came about back about, I think it was about 3.5, 4 years ago, over at Welwyn Garden City. They sadly suffered a loss of one of their players, and they felt they needed to do something about it. So a small committee of people over at Welwyn was formed, and they came up with the idea of JOCA. Sadly, we lost a couple of people as well over the years. We started ours in 2021, and to date we funded 115, 118 hours worth of support to our club members.
Can you sort of tell us about a particular moment or a success story that highlights the impact of JOCA?
Okay, sure. I think JOCA, the big success for me is getting people talking about it. We've had lots of successes. Obviously, it's completely confidential, so I'm not going to name anybody. But we've had suicidal thoughts, we've had anxiety issues, we've had marital support, we've had one family that couldn't afford school uniform, so we funded some of that so that the kid could kind of fit in at school. So it's a completely broad offering of support that we can do that affects kind of the mental health and everyone's well-being.
What are the current sort of initiatives or programs that JOCA's running or has run in the past?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think a big key thing is fundraising. The waiting list is up to 28 weeks on NHS to get some support. What we can do is we can get anybody support pretty much straight away, and generally it's within kind of 24, 48 hours. Over the last couple of years, we've done charity events, we've walked the 3 peaks, we've had people running the Great North Run. It's all about being able to have some money. It's not a finite resource. The key thing is fundraising. And what I'm looking for is to be able to, grow that bank account so we can continue to offer the support to our membership.
Okay, so let's get to the crux of why we're talking to you today.
Sure.
What sort of kind of roles are available for volunteers within JOCA?
I'm looking ideally for someone who can do some fundraising, someone who can do social media, just so we can create that awareness and make sure that JOCA is at the forefront of everyone's minds. But also to join the committee to be able to support me and the other committee members, so that when people do reach out, we can get them that support that they need straight away. It's a volunteering role, ideally looking for people that give a shit, to be honest with you. Excuse the tone of phrase and the French, but people that are compassionate, empathetic. Is that the right word? Empathy? Has got empathy. So just willing to help out. Doesn't take a lot of time. We have a meeting once a month or so. It's a couple of hours a month.
Okay, and people that are sort of sitting watching this video at the moment and thinking about reaching out to you for volunteering, what sort of skills or qualities do you think they need to have?
Yeah, in terms of skills and ability, it's a willing volunteer that wants to give back to the community, get involved, and to feel good about doing something quite nice.
And is there any training or support that you can provide to volunteers?
Yeah, great question. So as I said, it's a first aid solution that we have. So I'm not looking for qualified people. As I said, if you are, great. If you're not, don't worry. We can do some first aid, mental health training.
Okay, and obviously I remember when you first volunteered for JOCA, in your words, how do you think JOCA's benefited you as an individual in terms of, being involved in the in the charity?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's made me a better person. Some of you know me, some don't. I've got a child who's autistic and ADHD and Vineman-Steiner syndrome. So I've got very good tolerance to be able to deal with Charlie, who's now 17 years old. So I think, having that quality already, or having that within my family, has certainly helped me. I think it's made me a more listenable person. I was always very quick to judge. I don't do that anymore. So I think, I think as an individual, I think it certainly helped me.
Okay, and what's the vision for JOCA's future? You know, how critical is it to get volunteers to come on board that can share that vision with you?
Yeah. Okay, so ultimately, I think the vision is to to make sure everyone's aware. Mental health, we've all got mental health. You know, 1 minute, we're absolutely fine. The next minute, we're buzzing. The next minute, our mental health is down here. So don't be fooled. Everyone's got mental health. So it's about creating this environment, is my vision, creating this environment that's all safe to talk about it. There's no discrimination. It makes no difference whatsoever. We need to look after our mental health. So vision needs to be talking about it. Vision needs to be fundraising for it. Vision needs to be ultimately, to stop suicide. We're an amazing club here. It's a real good family community feel, and there's people within our community that are struggling. And I hate to think that I can ask one of my friends, one of my colleagues, a complete stranger up at the club to help me out if I was in trouble. So I know that I would get that support, but I need some other people to help me to encourage other people to keep speaking.
Okay, so finally, hopefully we've sparked some interest in individuals to get involved.
Yep.
How can they get involved? How can they reach out and make contact?
Yeah, no. If you want to get in contact
with
me,
to volunteer.
Okay. Do you want my phone number is 07736 115 880. It's just running along the bottom of the screen at the moment. Or come through to JOCA. I think the website details are on the bottom of the banner. This takes you to the main website, to the main JOCA website. There are links to the Bishop Stortford Rugby Club. Click on that and take us through.